Good morning, everyone. We are here for some Fantasy Life. Good to see y'all here today. Welcome in. We're Fantasy Lifing it up. We'll do some multiplayer if y'all are down. Saya's feeling jazzed on YouTube. We'll do some multiplayer if y'all are down, but I'll start off with some single player first. And then y'all let me know in the chat if you are down to play with me today, all right? YouTube or Twitch chat. Let me know if we have enough people to do multiplayer. We can do some multiplayer, but it might be kind of early. It might be kind of early, you know, people are at work and stuff. So I'm going to start off with some single player content for now. And then I'll decide, we'll do some multiplayer if we have enough people. Oh, Chocpo's asleep, huh? Whatever, dude, wake up. Dang it. You're down, and we got one person down to play. It's cool seeing you in chat yesterday for GDQ HQ. I was jumping in and thinking, I bet Hylian would be into this, and there you were. Yeah, it was wonderful seeing all of you. Thanks for reposting that message, by the way. I saw it, but I didn't get a chance to read it. Thank you so much for reposting that. Yeah, dude, I was real happy to be there. It was so nice to be hanging out with Animal Crossers. I love the Animal Crossing community so much that, like, seeing everyone so excited for AC just meant so much to me, especially Retro Crossing. I join Games Done Quick every year. For those that don't know, Games Done Quick happens twice a year. It's currently live right now. Go check them out. We can give them a quick shout out for those that haven't checked them out before. Games Done Quick. So check them out and hit the follow at the top of the chat. What they do twice a year is they do these massive events where speedrunners of all different types of games and sizes and ages and whatever get together and they play games for charity. And it's either Doctors with Borders or a cancer foundation. Both times there's summer Games Done Quick and then there's winter Games Done Quick. And it's beautiful what they do. It's amazing. And it's a really cool way to see your favorite games, maybe in a light that you haven't seen them before, like being speed ran. Every year, I donate $20 on behalf of the Hyrule Gaming Group and this community. So, while you're never expected to give to charity when you can't afford to, I want you to know that if you're a part of this community and you've supported me, don't worry about it, because every year I donate to Games Done Quick on behalf of this community and of the Hyrule Gaming Group. So you're good. You're covered. You've done your part. All right. Now, of course, we encourage you to support if you can, because what they're doing is really cool. But yeah. So it's something that's really special, I think, to the gaming community, and I think it's totally worth checking out if you're interested. I know I love it. I look forward to it every year. It's going to keep going till about Sunday night. So, and it's also on YouTube. Yes, thank you, Nugzile. They're also simulcasting to YouTube, so you can watch over there if you prefer. All right, let's go to Ginormosia real quick and go do my dailies there, and then we'll come back. We'll listen to some music from this game. Whoa! Secret Reverie! It's a VIP roulette! Holy heck! Yeah, I saw a little bit of 4-player Mario Kart. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the VODs. All right. Secret Reverie, would you like a well-seasoned rotisserie chicken, or would you like a well-seasoned rotisserie turducken? An exclusive offering at this time only. We also have a VIP jacket for you, and we'll get you the key to the VIP lounge. Thank you so much for your continued support and patronage. H-Des Boogin, baby. We're H-Des Boogin in this chat. We're H-Des Boogin in this chat. Dun, 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 dun. This godforsaken alert, dude. I can't, man. It's so good. All right, let's get back, dude. Let's get back to reality. Thank you, dude. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Enjoy 30 days. Sorry, a minimum of 30 days, but most people keep it for about a couple months because not everyone can afford to buy it. So enjoy. This is just fantasy. This is fantasy life. Correct. Oh, wait. Are you starting a song? Is this just fantasy? Are you singing to me? Or are we caught in a landslide? Yeah.
Highly, and you never fail to make me smile. Thanks for being such a
great thank you. Leader. You know, it's nice hearing that today after I'm a little sleepy and a little out of sorts after my days off. So it's actually really kind of you to take the time to say that. Thank you, dude.
Let's get started.
I always feel like I don't know what I'm doing as a streamer after days off. Always, dude. So thank you. Thank you for the reassurance. Yo, Meg Petrosky, thanks for 39, man. Good to see you, Meg. Good to see you. Oh, I forgot I had my farmer squad with me. Nice. Saw you hanging out in GD2 Cat for the AC run. Yeah, dude. I've been hanging out in the chat all day yesterday, but I was mainly there for AC. I was also there for Pokemon. Did y'all see the Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver run? And I was there for this crazy Sonic run with a Sonic game that I've never played before. I think it was a DS game. And they were using a character named Blaze. I was like, what? Dude, they were playing some obscure Sonic games, dude. I was so here for it. Yeah, I was watching a bunch of those runs. But I was mostly there for City Folk. Is there another game you could compare this to? I would compare it closer to an RPG. So like Final Fantasy. Yeah, like that's like the closest comparison for a game like this would be like Final Fantasy and maybe even Final Fantasy Tactics, except it's not turn-based or grid-based. But I bring up Tactics because Tactics has the job system and the life system. So like, oh, and a little bit of RuneScape. Yes, RuneScape energy because of the way that you grind the lives up. RuneScape is actually a pretty healthy correlation, except just no MMO. It's obviously not an MMO. But on that note, ever since I've started Fantasy Life, you want to know what I've always thought? I've always thought that Fantasy Life feels like a miniature MMO. This game right here, it feels like an MMO light. So RuneScape really is a good correlation because the game kind of does feel like a RuneScape light. Like it kind of does feel like a miniature MMO light that's mostly focused on single player gameplay. Since half of us are on full on ADHD mode, how about a little B song? If that's what you want, that's what you get. It's your chat, it ain't mine. All right, this is your home just as much as it is mine. Listen, we all live in this house, and if some of y'all want to take a doo-doo on the living room floor, that's your own prerogative, but I ain't cleaning it up, and that's all I'm saying. If somebody wants to take a pee in the corner of the living room, then take a pee in the corner of the living room, but I ain't cleaning up after you. Oh, wow. Great Prairies tier. I'm buying all three of these. I don't know if I need I'll buy the Rainbow Feathers. Sure. I'm going to make myself go broke buying this stuff. Oh, might as well. What else am I doing with these? Yo, no worries, Flower Child. We'll be around for a bit today. So if you can make it back, if you can leave up a lurk, it's always appreciated. Of course, none of that matters as much as you going out and having a good day today, all right? So thank you so much for being here, dude. All right, I'm in a material purchasing mood, I guess. Rick, we'll buy the plant topiary as well. I guess I'm in the mood to burn cash nuts, which means we got to put some good stuff in the shop to make up for it. So let's go ahead and stack the rest of our shops with shadow carrots to make up for this. Yo, what's up? What's up, Daisy? I switched off of Animal Crossing for the day. So sometimes we'll do just Animal Crossing for the first 2 to 4 hours. I call it AC mornings. And then we'll game switch to something else. While this is not every day, some days I will sit and play AC all day. I do like to do a little variety. So if you're really excited about my AC content, sometimes you'll want to try to be here between the first 2 to 4 hours. And we're usually playing it most mornings. I call it Animal Crossing mornings. However, we're doing a little game switch today. I'm really excited to play some Fantasy Life. So don't worry, we'll be doing some Wild World tomorrow morning. So you'll get more in the morning tomorrow if you're interested. And just a heads up, you can always find my VODs on YouTube. So you're welcome to go ahead and just scroll back in the stream and watch the Animal Crossing stuff if you're just tuning in. And it was a lot of conversation and just hanging out today. Honestly, it was kind of a Monday morning show energy. Anybody agree in the Twitch chat here? Or in the YouTube chat? It was kind of a Monday morning show energy today because I just got back after 2 days off and we were just kind of yapping. I was sharing my theories on Metroid Prime 4 and Zelda theories and yap heavy morning. Yap heavy morning today. I try not to let the Monday morning show yap bleed into the rest of the week, but sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. Yeah, good to see you though, Daisy. Welcome to the show. I love that song actually. Yeah, what up, Gamer for Life? Did you see Nintendo just announced new Joy-Cons? Yeah! There was a Mimic right next to the shop. He's right over there, you see him? That song always plays at this shop because he's right next to the shop. Freaking punk. Freaking pump. So yeah, Gamer for Life, we talked about the Joy-Cons a little bit ago, and I think they're nice. I guess my only problem with the Joy-Cons is that if you play docked, they're basic. I don't know, how do I word this? Because that's how all Joy-Cons work. I don't like that the color is only visible if under the joystick. And I don't like that the color is only visible when you have them disconnected and you're playing with them with motion control, which the whole reason they're selling them is for Mario Tennis. So they're expecting you to have them in your hands separately so you can see the colors. But if you're playing it with the controller or if you're playing it on your Switch, you're like not really gonna see the new colors. So it's kind of awkward. But you'll find it in the Tech Talk and Help channel, by the way, if you're in the Discord. Yeah, so kind of weird. I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't think they're that useful if you're not specifically playing with motion controls during tennis. You know what I mean? Like, I get for tennis, it would be great because you'll be standing there, you'll be swinging your arms around like an animal, and you'll see your pretty colors, you know, but kind of not really the best for anything other than that. Like, not really? I don't know, man. That's just my take on it. Now, are the colors pretty? Oh boy, are they. There's some nice looking colors, right? Like, oh man, the mint, the lilac. Oh, chef's kiss. But yeah, I'm not sure. All right, nice. We had shadow carrots here. Look at that, 150. Let's do another batch of shadow carrots here. We're supposed to get snow tomorrow. I hope it's a lot. All I want to do right now is get cozy and play games during a snowstorm. Oh, why does that sound so beautiful? Oh, sign me up, my dude, please. I had a very in the house 2 days. I didn't get out of the house too much. To be fair, I didn't really get out of the house too much the last couple days, so I kind of need to be getting out of the house the next couple days and get active. But I had a great couple days, for the record. You know, I need to make a steak real quick. I cleaned my house. I did a bunch of coding. I've been deep in the code mines, and I've been loving it. And I listened to music, and I watched a bunch of The Office, and I ate some decent food. I made myself a meatloaf. I've been on a meatloaf kick. Made myself some meatloaf. So yeah, it was a great 2 days off. Very recharging, but also just kind of vibed. All right, nice. Done with our dailies. Let's go back. Let's go back home and see what we're gonna do. I have seen bloopers for The Office, yeah. I'd love some meatloaf tips. Every time I make mine, it's mush. Oh, so I think the secret to meatloaf is breadcrumbs or saltine crackers with an egg mixed with the meat, well seasoned. Then you put a barbecue sauce or like a ketchup on top. And I think the big thing is temperature and length. I think you want to be cooking it at like 350, maybe 375, uncovered for like probably 40-45 minutes. That's how I do mine. I don't cover it or anything, because I want mine to be like a nice, I want it to be a nice texture. I don't know if my meatloaf's the best, but that's how I cook mine. And again, the breadcrumbs / saltine crackers are really important. If you feel like you have a bad mush texture, you're probably not doing enough breadcrumbs. Yep. I was just about to say that. If you feel like you're getting a weird texture, you're probably not using enough breadcrumbs or saltines. I only do ketchup, but somebody in the chat told me that barbecue sauce is their wave, and now I haven't tried it yet, but I want to try it, Quelf. Yeah, I never had barbecue sauce either, but someone in the chat brought it up, and I was like, sign me up. Oh, draining? Yeah, that makes sense. Draining the grease could help for like if you're trying to have less grease in your body, or if you just want a less overall greasy meatloaf. Draining the grease at like 30 minutes is helpful. I've heard of that. I don't drain anything. I just kind of let it be a greasy mess, but... Oh, I forgot about the Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, I'm sorry. So it's Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of Dijon or brown mustard, salt, pepper, whatever seasonings you want. I do cayenne pepper. And then you do breadcrumbs and or the saltines, and you do 1 egg per pound of meat. 1 egg per pound of meat. So I won't always do garlic. I'll do garlic powder, right? Yeah. So you can season it however you want. I'll do like garlic powder. I don't always do just like actual fresh garlic for this. Yeah, you could add onions as well. Exactly. So you have tons of options. But I've been doing a very basic meatloaf, just meat, breadcrumbs, everything I just listed off. But I know that my mom used to saute onions and garlic first and then pour that into the meat mixture so that you get like a nice buttery, garlicky, oniony into the mixture as well. So you have a lot of freedom to make meatloaf whatever you want. But I'm just trying to give you the basics of how to make it come out good. The flavoring's on you. Meatloaf's just a vessel. And I think if you want to make it have a good texture and stuff, it just comes down to breadcrumbs versus egg and meat ratio. So it's like 1 pound of meat versus 1 egg versus usually about a cup of I want to say maybe a half a cup of breadcrumbs, maybe a cup. I do it all by eyeball, so I'm not sure. I do it all by eye, but I think I put like a third, like 3/4 of a cup of breadcrumbs in. I do kind of a lot of breadcrumbs. Anyone here do fresh and powdered garlic? Dude, I love garlic, so I'm right there with you, dude. Thanks for the follow, by the way, Pika Pikachu. Thank you again, Meg Petrosky, for 39. Wash your sister sauce. Worcestershire. Thank you, Worcestershire sauce. You a Worcestershire sauce. Only wusses eat it. Worcestershire. Wash your sister. Ooh, nice. Some new recipes. So, yo, Cozy, you made it. Good morning. What's up, Becky? The Shire is more like New Hampshire. New Hampshire? I don't remember how to say Hampshire. Now I'm just saying Shire a bunch. I'm stuck. I'm locked. I have to move away from this and come back. My brain is stuck. I can't. I'm sorry. My brain's stuck on Shire, dude. Shire. Baggins. All right. Again, is anybody trying to play Fantasy Life? Type a 1 in the chat if you're actually available to play. I'm just curious. I'm not going to start yet. I just want to know who's around and who's interested. I think I might do some single player stuff for a couple minutes here. Let's do some crafting and chill out for a minute. We'll do some crafting and chill out for a bit here. It's not going to be the most entertaining. I usually do this stuff off stream, but let's do a little bit of crafting and see if we have any masteries. And see if we have any mastery songs to listen to. Let's go check. So blacksmith is next. I think we already got the carpenter song. Yeah, because we're a master. So expert. So let's work on a blacksmith just a little bit. And see if we can get mastery in blacksmith real quick. We might have the loot. And see if we can get a song. All right, so let me go to formation. And let me switch in some blacksmiths real quick to help me out. Okay, here she is. And then we got Ian. Okay, I think that's the only blacksmiths I have. So then we'll fill the other slot with a character that we're trying to level up. So right here, Claus, we'll get him some experience. All right, and then let me quickly check their gear and see if they're good. Okay, she has a sweet hammer. He still has a bronze hammer. Yikes. Let's get this dude a real hammer here, dude. Boom. All right, and then let me check my hammer. Okay, my hammer is 349. I actually think that there's a better one. No, they're all 349. Craft minigame. Okay, we're good. These are the best hammers I have in the house, correct? Yeah, I haven't gotten an upgrade even in Snoozeland or anything. I guess that doesn't make any sense. Okay. All right, and then my necklace is broke here. It doesn't really matter. I guess we could just do... item drop rate. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we put here. It really doesn't matter. Don't I? Item drop rate. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't have any more experience items, so whatever I put here just really doesn't matter. Rem's Lucky Charm. No, Nightbot sometimes just dies. Yeah, he could be turned off, but Yo, how you doing, Cozy? How was your morning, man? Nightbot's taking a potty break. Sometimes Nightbot just dies, dude. It sucks. Dun, 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 dun. What's up, Mama Teller? Hey. Tofu Nugget, I hope you're feeling good. I'm just making sure I'm catching up on chat. What up, Tara from Gaia? UMT, good morning as well. Busy, busy, busy so far. All right, let's do some crafting. So I saw Tofu Nugget was down to play. I think that's the only person we have right now. And then somebody earlier said they could play as well, but it might just be two of us, which is fine, by the way. We could easily just do a 2-player run, which is totally chill. Oh yeah, Joopy as well. All right, we could do some multiplayer here shortly. Let's do a little bit of crafting, and then we'll do some multiplayer. Oh yeah, and Anne can still play for a bit. Okay. Let me check my quest real quick. What are we working on here? Good or better, good or better, good or better. So we need great or better, great or better. All right, I need to eat some food real quick to boost my crafting. So I'm going to eat myself a Lord Fish platter for plus 200 crafting. And then we're going to go into crafting and we're going to see what we can accomplish here, shall we? So if we go to the quest tab, we can just craft. So we have a gold helmet, 540. I don't know if we're going to be able to get the best here. We're going to fail a couple times, mind you. $12.41. Okay, so none of them, it doesn't matter if I rotate them around. $12.41. All right, we haven't played in a while. You guys ready to watch me flounder real quick? What's up, Decoy? Oh, yeah, there's a new gift code we have to add. Oh, you have to hold. Yeah, we're going to flounder a little bit here. Okay, excellent. Dun, 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 dun. No, frick! I don't know what I'm doing. Tom Nook, hurry up. Okay, we got an excellent anyways somehow. No, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know the symbols. It's been so long. Okay, we have a special. Go. Okay. Whew. I didn't know Tom Nook was a blacksmith. He is a man of many hats. Oh, perfect. Easy. Easy. Finishing those quests. Easy. Okay, new recipe. All right, armor this time. Let's go. 1250, 1250. All right. Nook looks constipated in this. Perpetually constipated. Dun, 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 dun. No, I messed up. Frick. All right, everyone gets one mess up. I think we're fine. As long as we continue to get excellence here. Oh no, we might not actually be fine. No, we might not get a perfect on this. No, we're not going to get a perfect, I don't think. This was hard. Dude, Fallout New Vegas is amazing. Stick with it. This game will be waiting for you. We got a perfect anyways. I guess I need to give my stats more credit. All right. Let's go ahead and craft some gold greaves next. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Na, 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 na. Dun, 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 dun. No, I pressed A too fast. Go, 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 go. Okay. Loving New Vegas so far. I need to finish hundreds of games. What's up, Gasper, dude? It's Gasper the friendly fart. Gasper the friendly fart. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, Raiders! What's up? You guys just missed my new debut single. It's gonna be on the Hylian Descent album. It's called Gasper the Friendly Fart. If you guys want, I can sing it again. If you want, like, I do like y'all, so like if that's what you want, I could make an exception. What's up, Raiders? How we doing? Have any of y'all ever checked out Fantasy Life? We're currently doing a little bit of blacksmithing. Hide your oranges, it's a Buka raid. Quick, everyone hide Tangy. Hide your oranges, dude. They're here for the orange. They're here for the queen. All right, we crafted all of the armor. I think I still have the buff for one more item. Let me check. How do you check your buffs again, y'all? Yeah, one more item. So we're going to craft one more item real quick. And then we're going to do multiplayer. Sound good? One more item. We're going to craft the Beastly Cap. And then multiplayer time. All right, sick. Bum, 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 bum. So for those that haven't checked out Fantasy Life, in this game, it's an RPG, and you have 15 different lives that you can live. And every life has its own skill tree, its own story and everything. And here's the cool part, the lives connect. So for example, the blacksmith life can make armor for the warrior, or weapons for the soldier, or hose for the farmer, hose mad. And you can be a carpenter, and the carpenter needs a lumberjack. So you could be a lumberjack carpenter bow maker, or you could source your wood from a different lumberjack, and you could just be a strict carpenter and never have to wield an axe. And it's really, really neat. And while it looks a little chibi and maybe a little bit aesthetically cute, the gameplay has a lot of depth. And the RPG side of things is fun. The story was a story. And yeah, I really like this. Was my game of the year last year. So if y'all haven't checked this out before, this is my game of the year last year. What's up, Audiotes? What up, MMX? Good to see you. I'm doing well. Thank you, Plague. Or thank you, Plagueris. I hope I said that right. Thank you for saying that. What's up, Manny the Elf? And Buka, my dear Buka. Can we get a shout out? We already did, but I'm going to do another one. If y'all haven't checked Buka out, they're the premier VTuber in my life. I think in the Hyrule Gaming group as well. They put so much effort into their show, and while I can't speak for them completely, for me, the character that they present for their content is one of the coolest characters I've ever met. And while I imagine there's some shades of your real personality in there, and you're having a lot of fun with this character, I know deep down you put a lot of thought into how you present said character. I know you do, and you don't have to tell us. I see the work you put in, and it's really rad. So I hope you guys enjoy Buka. Check them out, man. They're part of a Hyrule Gaming group. Thanks for the raid. I hope you all had a good time. I'll stop glazing. I'll stop glazing. If the Raiders are still hanging out, I'd love to hear what y'all got into today. What y'all got into today. There is no romance in this game. It's a little bit more like Animal Crossing, but I can't stress it enough. This is an RPG. So even though it has a little bit of Animal Crossing vibes, this is an RPG first, above everything else. Above everything else. Oh, and I don't know if we actually got you a shout out here for... I just want to see what you're actually playing today. Oh, Nightbot's dead. That's why. Oh, you're doing retro. Oh, Animal Crossing GameCube Deluxe. I love Deluxe, dude. Yes. Yes, dude. Deluxe edition. It's so good. It's so good. Oh. Oh, was there a recent patch? I haven't checked in a couple weeks. The developer was in our chat and he was like, I've been a little bit busy. Maybe I should do another patch. And I haven't checked recently, so we might have to go check. Last month? Oh, nice. Okay, I don't know if I've seen that update or not. I'll have to go check. I know the developer slowed down a little bit, but good for him, right? Like, he deserves a break. He's been killing it. Yeah, we've been doing City Folk. We've been doing City Folk Deluxe, and we're doing Wild World. We've been doing City Folk Deluxe and Wild World. But not Deluxe Edition, just straight up old school Wild World on the virtual console. And it's been fun, man. All right, let me get my new loot. There's a bunch of loot we're about to get here. Yo, Snazzy, dude, I'm getting it right now. What up, Snazzy? Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes, dude. Oh my gosh. Dude, loot. Legendary items abound. All right, let me open up my gates. All right. Online play. We'll do first come, first serve. Whoever wants to join us. All right. But you'll have to let us know in the chat who you are if you're joining. I don't normally require that, but I would like to know who you are. You know, if I don't already know you. And we'll do a snooze-a-land to start things off. And then we could maybe do a grove if y'all want. If you want help, like, getting carried through a grove, I'll gladly carry y'all. Looks like we're about to fight a bird. You guys down? We're gonna go fight a bird. We're fighting a bird here. All right, keyword HGG as always. By the way, I use keyword HGG off stream, so if I ever open my gates up, you can always search HGG as well, and I might be there. I mean, it would probably be better for you to join the Discord and just at me and say, hey, are you online? But if I'm ever playing off stream, I usually use HGG. All right, we're all set. Snooze-a-land it is. All platforms are welcome. Yeah, get your pizza, Tofu. No worries. No worries, Tofu. No, I don't think the codes expire, so there's probably a bunch of codes out there. If you're a new player, there's a lot of loot for you waiting for you. I would like to get all of the codes. I'm sure they're in a database posted in the Discord and pinned to the channel. I'm stuck at work. Yeah, dude, no worries. But Snazzy, come back and play soon, because I know that y'all are at work during the day. I make a point to play this outside of just work hours. So come on by again. We'll be playing again in the future. Yeah, no worries. But I know y'all are working. Y'all are busy. It's okay. Did you get the free Pegasus mount? I think so. I believe I have the Pegasus mount. Yes. I don't use it, but I have it. I'm stuck on my turtle. It's my boy. I'm a turtle main. And I got the white woolly. I've been trying to farm the king woolly. I think you get it from fighting in Ginormosia. All right, let me go ahead and craft some food while we see if people are joining. Go craft some food while we see if anybody's joining in. Throw the old chef's hat on real quick and see if I can make y'all some delicious eats. Hylian confirming the codes are in Discord. There's some codes in the Discord. I'm not sure if they all are. Either way, we can get them in the Discord soon. So yeah, I don't know. Because we deleted our Fantasy Life channel and we rebuilt it. So we don't have all the same pinned messages, but I'm sure we can get it posted in there and y'all can go have at it. Yo, Gabriella. Welcome in, dude. Nice double nook. Is this you, Jupi-san? What up, Cindy Alice? Yeah, I thought so. Nice. Blizzard is over here getting greedy AF. Oh, wow. Wow, really, Blood Raven? What? Dude, that's dirty. All right, we'll wait and see if anybody else joins, and then we'll start soon, all right, Jupy? Feel free to go collect some loot. I'm going to do a little bit of cooking. We'll wait about 5 minutes, and then we can just do a solo run, which will be fun. I think we'll be fine by ourselves. Maybe. I don't know. Hopefully 2 people's enough. I gotta have another crafting food, yeah? Maybe one that's a little bit weaker. I don't want to keep using all my good food here. Here we go. 150 crafting. We'll eat some pirate gumbo. I'm gonna quickly go buy my shadow seeds. Do we need Nintendo Online to use the codes? Maybe, because you do have to connect to the internet. Oh, thank you, Chell Dog, for posting those. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, dude. I haven't unlocked this island. Sorry. I'll have to skip. I haven't done the snooze yet. Oh, okay. You don't have Snooze Island unlocked. We can switch and we can do Ginormosia instead. I don't mind switching. Yeah, let's switch. Yeah, I'm sure Jupy-san's down for whatever. Here, let's just do Ginormosia and you can join me for that. Because I'd rather play with you. I don't mind, dude. Yeah, just join me for my Ginormosia. And here's the cool part. Ginormosia, you can take all the points you earn back home to you. So every point that you collect during this run applies to your own Ginormosia map and upgrading your own map. How cool is that? So now be careful though, because some of my areas are rank 5 and 6 and 7. So if you're a low level, you might get your butt kicked. So be careful. I'm gonna warp us into a rank 4 zone so that you can be a little bit more safe, all right? Just in case. You should be okay, but just be careful. If you're struggling, just try to stick with us, all right? Let's do nighttime, because why not? All right, same password, everything. Let's go. Yeah, they did a really good job with multiplayer in this game. I believe smoothies are crafting bonus. Yeah, I'm out of smoothies. I've been giving them away. That's why I need to make some more right now. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, the magical milkshakes, right? No, these are gathering. Where's the smoothies at? Yeah, that's right, Snazzy. It's so nice, dude. All right, I'll make a couple things of food and then we'll start. Yeah, here it is. Here's the smoothie. I'm all out right now, but 100 crafting is nice. Here, let's make a handful of these real quick. Let's put Chocpo in charge, and let's just, even though I don't get, let's just make 20, like a bunch of them, 10 of them right out the gate. Yo, it was on sale, Mary. It might not be on sale right now, but consider the sale for sure. Master Chef, you're watching a Master Chef. This is just Scuffed Eats, but video game version. Yeah, the spirit of this game is all about collaboration. I agree with that. My favorite part is that you could never be a wood maker. You could get all your wood from a player. If you really wanted to, a player could like gift you all of the wood in the game. Like there's like so many really interesting ways to play this game. I'm so fascinated by it. All right, let's make a Halloween gratin. Let's just make one Halloween gratin real quick. I agree. Even without the sale, this game is worth it. I 100% agree with that. All right, I can't fail on this though. This is expensive food here. We got to be faster. Hold on a second. Dude, what's happening? Okay, we got to stop failing. I'm just like slipping up. I haven't done this in a while. Okay, excellent. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. That one always gets me. Okay, supercharge. Let's go. All right, switch to Nami. Supercharge, go. Supercharge again. Okay. I'm thinking we got perfect, but... we do have one more space left. Yeah. Dang it, we didn't get perfect. We were slacking. We have one more space left. Keyword HGG password 6 zeros. Keyword HGG password 6 zeros. What is this? 150 defense, 150 gathering. I'll make some fruit punch. Fruit punch is actually really good. We'll do 5 fruit punches really quick. This should be easy. I messed up. It's been a while. Oh, balloon in the chat. What's up, Echoing Tear? Hey, I'll join this one. Balloon in the Twitch chat. Yeah, so Rainy's over in the Discord, over in YouTube, Rainy says you do need online for the codes. So you might have to redeem like your free week of online or something and just do all your codes at once. Like that actually might be like a power play. All right, I'm done. I'm done cooking for now. Let me make a couple magical milkshakes because I love gifting these. And I love using them to feed players in the middle of runs. And then I'm done. What's up, Unicorn? Hey. So if you cook in bulk, you lose your chance for bonuses. So the way it works is that if you cook a single item and you do well, you have a chance to get bonus amounts in return. So like, let's say you cook one dish and you do really well. You could actually end up with like 5 of that dish. However, if you cook in bulk amounts, you don't get this bonus as healthily. So if you cook 10 items at once, you're only getting a bonus for like 1 attempt. So technically, if you want to min-max this game, you want to craft everything 1 at a time. And you only want to do bulk crafting when you like don't really care about the item. You know, like when it's something that like you have a lot of, like you don't really care. Yeah, that's a lot of bells. Enjoy your bells, dude. I'll take 1,000. I'll take whatever I can get. Don't I have, let me go ahead and upgrade my stock here. Upgrade my stock to 30 of each of these. Also, are you coming in, Jessica, or no? Just let me know and we'll wait for you. If not, we're going to start here soon, all right? Again, no worries. Just finding out, just making sure I know what's going on. I was in the middle of cooking. Yeah, I just want to make sure I know what's going on around here. All right, I think we're good. I got to fill up. All of this stuff is so nice and purchasable. You're trying to connect? Okay, yeah. HGG, 6 zeros. Dang, look at all this experience I got from cooking. Nice. 6 stat points. Where do I want to put these? Special skill charge rate. Improves the ability to cook desserts. That's what I want to save for, I think. I want to save for improves ability to cook desserts and then improves ability to cook dishes. So I'm going to save my stats here. Did we level up our cooking at all, though? Nope. Man, it's so brutal leveling up your cooking. Where do I go? You go to the back of your guild hall and you talk to this guy right here. And then you choose online. You want to join, not recruit. I'm recruiting, you're joining. And then you want to type in keyword HGG in all capitals and then password 6 zeros. I'm also Tom Nook. Yo, Cindy Alice, nice. If you don't have the guild hall unlocked yet, if you're new to the game, then you cannot do multiplayer. So to be clear, you have to have the guild hall unlocked. You have to have the guy in the back of the guild hall in order to go online. So I'm not sure how far into the game you are. I think you've been playing for a while, but to be clear, you can't play without that step of the game unlocked. What's up, Nurse Jade? Hey, dude. It was nice seeing you over in Games Done Quick chat. Player 2's fit is sick. You noticed that? Player 2's fit is sick. Look at him, dude. Can you level me up? If you join multiplayer, you will get levels naturally by playing with us. Yes, that is a thing. Everything you do in multiplayer completely correlates to single player. So all the experience you earn, all the items you get, all that stuff goes back to single player. All right, nice. Jessica made it. All right, are we ready? Ready up and we can start our adventure? And yeah, no worries, Jessica. I was just making sure because I don't like to assume that everyone knows what's going on. So I figured I'd just give you the noob tutorial. But I don't mean to patronize. What's up, Zeldarian? Good morning. What's up, Kate and Okamina? Good to see y'all back in here. Good to see some of the Discord Island gamers in the Twitch chat today. How you doing? I hope y'all have been enjoying the updates. If you go back to the beginning of the stream, like the first hour, I do tell y'all about some updates, all right? I'm not going to do the updates again today, but if you want to watch the first hour of the VOD, you'll get a lot of details on what's happening up and coming for the Island game. Otherwise, just hang out. You'll probably ask questions, but I do got some new features coming soon, all right? The biggest thing that you need to know is that if you have thriving status on your island, you now get, if your vibes are thriving or higher, you now get 15 items when you do your daily gather. So +5 for having more villagers. So, and that's going to be a trend as I release more features. So if the more villagers you get, the more rewards you get. And I want this to be a system. And then eventually you'll get more inventory slots, more villager slots, more gathering returns, so that you have like a reason to interact with all these systems. And then you get rewarded for interacting with all those systems. And that's the key. That's the key, right? So that it all makes sense. So the more you play the game, the more villagers you get, the more money you get, because you're going to need more money to do all the new features. So I'm trying to make it all full circle. I've been playing games since I was 3 years old, and I realized that I've built nothing but knowledge on how games should work over the years. So real quick, Ginormosia, If you haven't ever done this before, here's the goal, everybody. The goal is to do as many of the red exclamation points as possible. After we get this bar filled to 100, then we get a legendary spawn, and it'll be blue exclamation points. And then we all are going to teleport to each other, and we're going to do the legendary spawn, rinse, repeat. All right, so you can separate or you can stick with me. Remember, if you open up the map, you can teleport to other players. And our goal is to do as many red exclamation point missions as possible to get a blue one to spawn. And yeah, I'm currently playing on the Switch. So stick with areas that you want to level up. If you want to get points for your own Ginormosia, then stick with areas that you want to level up. And if you want to, or you can stick with me if you're not sure, if your character's not that strong. If you're getting your butt kicked in one area, consider switching areas, because some of my areas are like level 7 and they're a little bit tough to deal with. All right, so should be pretty straightforward. Let's have some fun. All right. So again, you can always teleport to me or any other player at any time. So keep that in mind if you get lost. If you haven't done a ton of multiplayer Ginormosia, be patient with yourself. It takes a little bit of time to figure out. You know, you're going to kind of feel like you're running around with your head cut off for a little bit, but we'll figure it out together, you know. And of course, questions are welcome. We're not really in a rush. We have a full 60 minutes to just enjoy this, to get as many legendary items as we can. This tortoise is a punk, dude. He'll kill you real fast if you're not careful. So what you can do is save your super shot, Jessica, and stun him when he starts spinning. Save your L plus Y for when he starts spinning, and you could potentially stun him out of it. That's the strategy. Try to save that for, like, well, I'm gonna save it right now, and I'm gonna do it to him. Watch. When he goes to do a spin attack, I'm gonna stun him out of it. But we're gonna kill him first. It doesn't even matter. Shredded. 1 week to ACNH, dude. I'm excited, man. All right, shredded. Now, that guy just gave us experience and stuff, but he wasn't actually one of the quests we have to do. So let's go actually help our team now. I forgot to mention, y'all, listen, it's not all about doing the exclamation point missions. As you level up Ginormosia, there's a bunch of maps, or there's a bunch of bosses and stuff to fight around the map. Don't be shy. Take advantage of my really well leveled up Ginormosia. There's bosses to fight, there's boss trees, there's boss ore, all sorts of loot to be grabbed. So just kind of do whatever you want to do and just help us get some legendary loot. You'll enjoy your lurk, Bloodraven. And to answer the question, multiplayer unlocks through the story. Yeah, I believe it's like around chapter 2 or 3. I can't remember. It's been a while. Yeah, I'm playing on the Switch too, to be clear. All right, look at, I'm helping. I'm helping everyone. I'm helping. So yeah, you can either find your own lane or you can party up with somebody. So I have another one close by, so I'm just going to go straight there. Sorry, Coco. During the stream, most commands are disabled from the chat that would be spammy, and you have to use the channel point redemptions. So these are pretty big updates we did recently. So during the stream, gather, bug, fish, and rock are all disabled, and you have to use channel points. Otherwise, inventory commands are all delayed as well. Big cooldowns to make sure our chat stays clean. You can play in the Discord, or you can just have fun and play casually with channel points. And from there, so it's kind of like a light version while I'm live, just specifically while I'm live. And remember, you can come and play in the Twitch chat when I'm offline, or you can play in the Discord. So it's not meant to be punishing. We're just trying to like keep our chat chill. It's not meant to be punishing though. All right, I'm gonna go fight this mini boss over here, I guess. What's up, Pokey, though? Good to see you. Yeah, multiplayer starts in Fantasy Life sometime in the chapter 2 or 3, I think. I'm gonna stick with y'all. Yeah, stick with me. Stick with me. I'll try not to jump around too much, all right? So if you see me disappear, open up the map and teleport back to me, all right? I'm gonna try not to jump around too much, but if you see me disappear, you're welcome to come follow me. My goal is to fast travel to areas with new stuff for us to do. I try not to fast travel too much. I like to use my mount so that it's easier to follow me. I try to do that. I try not to move. So let's go up to the rock up north. Let's go. Now, if y'all haven't got the upgrade yet, you can actually climb with your mount. If you find the upgrade, there's an upgrade they released a couple months ago where you can climb trees or walls with your mount. So if you don't have that yet, you either have to unlock it or go look for the upgrade. It's really useful. Otherwise, you have to demount every time you want to climb. It sucks. And you get a double jump, look. And you get a double jump, which is amazing. I hate Red in the Island game. Yeah, he's meant to be a punk, dude. I might up the rates for real art in the future, but for now, I want to keep it the way it is. He's meant to be a bit of a prick. But to be fair, we got 2 pieces of real art today in the community, so it's working as intended. First official Red visit, 2 pieces of art. I'd say that's not too bad, actually. But I think we will have to up the rates because eventually players... Dazabound called it out. He was like, at the current rates, this was Daza in offline chat, he's like, it could take me up to 4 or 5 years to get every piece of art for my personal collection. I was like, well, I hope you're going to be watching me in 5 years because I'll be here. It was meant to be a long-term thing, but maybe that's a little too long-term. Yeah, maybe after the museum fills up, I'll reward everybody by making it a 10% or 5% chance. Once we fill the museum up naturally, I think I'll reward everybody with an upgrade. Yo, see you later, Vanilla Man. All right, nice. Let's go see if there's another one for us. Oh, this guy came back. So we're going down to take on monsters again. Yo, and this is it. And this is it, Jessica. I don't know how many of these you've done. This is it. This is what we do. We just run around and we try to fill up these. And then once we get a legendary to spawn, we're all going to teleport to the legendary and get some loot. Now, again, keep in mind, all of the area points that y'all are getting during this are applying to your owned island. So all of the area points that you collect every time we finish a mission, see that? Plus 100 area points, that's applying to your own. So when you go back home, your places are gonna have a better chance to be upgraded. All right, let's teleport out of here, y'all. We're in Dead Man's Zone. Let's go down here. I'm going down to the West Dry desert because there's no more events up here. Does that mean that we still have one more real item we could get today? So the way it works, Bambi, is... So this is a bit different from like the real game. So your questions are totally welcome. So the way that our island game Red works is that every single time somebody makes a purchase, there is a % chance that that art is real or fake. So even if a real piece of art is found for the day, you can still find another one of the same art. Because it's not meant to be only one unique rare item a day. It's meant more to be a gambling system. Every time you buy art,
Happy New Year. Less than
there's a chance that it's real or a chance that it's fake, period. All right?
Thanks, Link.
Yo, Queen Devonia with the 3 years, dude. But we can only buy once a visit. Correct.
Finally, peace returns to Hyrule.
Dude, thank you so much, Devonia. Loving the chat, dude. What 2 arts did we get? Warm painting and motherly statue. Thank you so much, dude. Clappa's in the chat. Queen Devonia with the 3 years, dude. Oh, and there's another quest right here. Wow. So let me keep explaining. All right. So you might have some questions. So you might be saying, okay, so... But somebody already got a real warm painting today, Hylian. Why would I want another real warm painting if the museum already has a warm painting donated? This is where I adjusted the game for my community. Art is worth double the price that it costs. So if you get let's say you buy a warm painting and one's already been donated today. So you might be asking, what do I do with it? Well, you cash it in, you sell it for 5 G's because it's worth 10,000 bucks. So if you get a real piece of art, you can just sell it if it's already been donated to the museum and you can literally double your cash. You put in 5K, you get 10K out. And the last thing I want to mention is your personal collection. Exclamation point collection is your personal museum, y'all. And you are challenged to collect every piece of real art in your personal museum. Every time you collect one, it ticks up. And there's even a Phineas badge for it. Sorry, it's on a 60-second cooldown. Collection's on I think a 60-second cooldown. You have to wait a second. Every time it ticks up. So there's a Phineas badge and everything. So there's still a reason to try to buy art for yourself is the point. So you have 2 different ways to interact with the art system. All right. You can either try your hardest to get art for the museum. So for example, today you would want to buy only solemn paintings because we already got a real warm painting and we already got a real motherly statue. So if you want to be a part of the official community museum, you want to be buying solemn paintings because the other 2 are already real today. But if you just want to buy for your personal collection, then you would buy any of them that you haven't already acquired. So on and so forth. So I hope that makes sense. I tried to make the system really cool and fun and interesting. Okay, we have a legendary spawn. I repeat, legendary spawn. I'm gonna head there right now and you guys can teleport to me. Let's go get our first piece of legendary loot in our Ginormosia session. Let's go, baby. I'm heading there right now. You can either wait for me to get there, or you can teleport to me right now and run with me. You're welcome to wait as well. All right. Now, the last thing that I'm going to mention is if you type exclamation point gallery warm painting, it'll tell you if it's already been donated. Try it out. Try exclamation point gallery solemn painting. And it'll tell you it's not been donated. So this is your way for when Red visits, you can tell, okay, what has been donated already? Let me check real quick. Oh, let me check the gallery. Oh, you know what? I guess I want to buy the Warm painting because this hasn't been donated yet. So on and so forth. So there's a lot of systems in place to kind of make it make sense and make it fun. And if you manage to get a real piece of art and donate it, it officially gets locked into the history of our channel. Just like that message in the chat. Yo, what's up, Kate Zilla, by the way? Thanks for popping into YouTube. And I saw that your question got answered. Thank you, Nugs, for helping out. This game is on Switch 1, Switch 2. It's on PC. It has a huge single-player story. Super fleshed out single-player story. It also has multiplayer features. All right, hold on. I'm going to give us some food and some mana. All right, keep going, guys. Keep trying to help. I'm going to heal us real quick, and I'm going to get us some food. We're going to knock this thing out real quick. Hold on, everyone. I got you. Just keep going. Keep going. I'm going to get you mana. I'm going to heal us up. And I'm going to get us some food, and we're about to destroy this thing. Keep going. Keep going at it. We're going to lock in. We're locking in, y'all. All right, magical milkshakes going out. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Plus 200 gathering for everybody. Let's knock this thing out. Let's knock this thing out, baby. Let's go, baby. We need everyone's help. Yeah, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Yeah, this game was just on sale. Unfortunately, you might have missed the holiday sale. I don't know if it's still on sale or not. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. All right, if you run out of mana, you can back out and give yourself potions. Just, we can't all back out at the same time. Is it even possible to solo these? Yes, with NPCs, or if you're just a high enough level. With proper equipment and buffs, you could solo this. With NPCs, you can solo it even better. With NPCs, you can do everything in this game by yourself. You never need help. NPCs make this whole game very single player friendly. You have a whole group of companions you can use. It's really nice. The NPCs make this game very playable solo. So anybody who's worried about this game being playable solo, NPCs are your answer. Don't worry, I got us filled up.
HD.
All right, I'm in. I'm in. All right, I'm back. I'm glad to hear since there's no friends. Yeah, I know. I know, dude. Who has friends nowadays? Can we get a round of clappers in the chat for Great Bambi hitting us with a 26-month primer? You know what I'm thinking? That's a mod check. Mod check? Prime subs? Mod check? Also, somebody in the chat said that I'm level like 96 on one of my classes. Yes, I've played a lot of this game, y'all. Let me turn down the music a little. Yes, you might have noticed I've played a ton of this game. Yeah, yes, I have. I am very dedicated to this game. Dude, can I please find the sweet spot? You're killing me, dude. Holy shit. Played on Steam when it launched, and I'm playing on Switch again. It's good to see you back in here, Echoing, dude. Yeah, I got it on Switch 2 as well, and now I'm playing on Switch 2, but I always have the option to go back to Steam because the saves are, there's cross saves, y'all. Unfortunately, the cross saves are locked behind Epic Games. They must have gotten some kind of deal with the devs, but there's cross saves, so you can play. Yeah, it's on PlayStation and Xbox, I believe. And you can, as long as you connect your Epic Games account, you can play from any console at any time. All right, we almost got this. Now remember, yes. So here's a pro tip for all the new players out there. Anytime you're about to beat a boss, Anytime you're about to beat a boss, you want to do your hardest hit possible at the end, because the harder the hit at the end, the more loot you get. So always keep that in mind. Once you get to the points where you're about to destroy the rock or the tree or the boss, the enemy, whatever it is, the final hit matters a lot. You want to use your best charge attack, whatever you got, to make that final hit matter a lot. Yeah, exactly, Teddy Mackerel, yeah. Nice. And then, all right, and then we rinse and repeat. That was it. That's your typical multiplayer Ginormosia run. That's it. Now we just rinse repeat. We go back and we fight more exclamation points until we get a legendary. With this much time on the clock, I think we might be able to get at least one more legendary. And keep in mind, because my Ginormosia is so leveled up, if you're a higher level player like me, you do have the option to just go around farming loot. Like you can kind of break away from the pack if you need to. Yo, what up, Luna Wolf? Hey. Dude, I spent so much time teaching while playing this game. It's like in my blood to teach while playing this game. We taught so much during our first playthrough on Twitch. All right, looks like I'm going right back over here. I'm just bouncing back and forth. I'm not big into RPG games, but it seems fun. Yeah, you know, I'm not a big RPG guy either, but the story was serviceable, and you always have the option to just skip through the text. Let's go to the mining one over here. You know what I mean? You always have the option to just skip through the text, and you don't really have to pay attention to the story. So really, what you want to be thinking about is gameplay. And I've always been a fan of action RPGs more than turn-based, and that's really where this game appeals to me. It's action RPG, and it has tons of depth and skill trees and stat allotment. Stat allocation gets me randy. Any video game that lets me allocate stats gets me randy. All right, and I want to allocate some stats, baby. That's all I want to do. I want to put stat points in skill trees. All right, that's so. Yeah, this game kind of scratches all of the itches that I need. It's got the action, it's got the different classes, lots of different ways to play the game, stat allocation, depth. Like it really is. It was my game of the year last year. No, we haven't played the 3DS version yet. I have not played the 3DS version. I will one day. Nug Isle on YouTube says, I just ordered the decorations for my little guy's 4th birthday. Aw, that's sweet. That's super sweet, dude. My one of my earliest memories of birthdays in my life was a Pokemon themed birthday. Oh, no. Even earlier than that, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, looks like we're going to some trees over here. Let's go to these trees. TMNT was my, I think I was like 3 or 4 years old. I did a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles themed. Nug, how is he 4? I know, right? Here, I'm gonna kill these guys real quick. They looked at me funny. Murder these dudes. They looked at me funny. I don't like them. All right, nice. Let's get these trees. You will, unfortunately, lose a lot of quality of life things when you go back, but I do recommend trying the first game. It's on my list. I will. This game is so beautiful. It is against my nature not to go back in time to experience the foundation of the things that I love. I'm the kind of guy, when I discover a new music artist, the first thing I do is go look for their discography. You know, I'm the kind of guy that when I find a movie I like, I'll look for the director and see what else they directed. Yo, no worries, Ann. Do your thing, dude. Yeah, you're okay. Yeah, you can stay in the game. Don't log out or anything. Just go ahead and do what you got to do, all right? Yeah, so I'm for sure all about... Ooh, let's go up here and fight this boss, y'all. There's a boss, and then there's one of our quests up here. So yeah, I like to go back, man. I like to go back in time. And you'll hear me talk about that a lot. I like going back in time. All right, you guys ready? Let's fight this big idiot again. Let's just get some loot. These guys dropped good loot. Let's fight this idiot again. Just watch yourself. Look at, we're already shredding him, dude. We're gonna kill this guy so fast. Oh shoot, we're getting attacked from the back. Don't worry, I'll take him out. I realize I'm not even playing this game officially. Yo, Balloon in the chat. Balloon troll in the dungeon. All right, y'all, I'm gonna use poison arrows. If there's any other archers, don't use poison, all right? I'm using poison. If there's any other archers, use something else. Troll in the dungeon. Balloons in the chat. Balloons in the chat. Thought you want to know? Yeah, there it is. Thought you want to know? Perfect. Remember, you can also play in the Discord, y'all, and the balloons work there as well. Just a heads up. All right, I'm going to teleport to player 3 who's AFK here. And then I'm going to go to the stones in the middle. You just watched that movie the other night. Just for ease of access. Like I said, when I'm playing with the community, I try not to teleport around too much because it can be really hard to keep up with. But, you know, whatever. Y'all will get the hang of it. I've done a lot of Ginormosia, so it's all very natural to me. But y'all will get the hang of it for sure. Nice. Congrats. 7,500 Baxter. Baxter's been making out. I saw him yesterday do the same thing. I think it was 75. It might have been 10K. Baxter buddy's out here getting that lurky cash. Y'all, look at that. We cleaned up the balloon resolve, by the way. It took away the ats, but look how much cleaner it is. Shout out to Dazza for that idea. Oh, frick, we're being attacked. Hold on a second. I gotta kill these dudes. These guys are boobs, man. All right. Nice. Good job, everyone. Smart. Yeah. It was a super smart addition, and we're just slowly cleaning up the chat, man. Yeah, you're good, Ann. That's the beauty of fantasy life is like, in all reality, you can always get up and take 2 minutes away from the game, and you're not going to get like kicked out or anything. And because we're playing with the community, we don't care, you know. If you're playing online, I kind of recommend you don't do that because it's probably rude. Because online's a bit of a different thing. You're playing with strangers. But just know that if you're playing with us in the chat, real life comes first, y'all. I need another rock hit like yesterday. Yeah, we're not trying to stress y'all out. We're trying to enjoy our games here together. All right, we're at 60 out of 120. 6 more to go. 6 more to go. All right, let's leave this area. Let's teleport somewhere in the middle and get a little weird with it, shall we? I'm going to teleport up here to this level 7 area. Y'all need to be careful. Level 7 area? Let's go. All right, I'll wait for you guys to teleport on me, and then we'll go. I'll wait for y'all to teleport to me, and we'll go. Luna says, I just want to mention how much I appreciate how kind you are. I hopped into a random person's stream the other day to check out and support, and not even a few minutes into watching, the streamer was calling out chat for being dumb, and it was just plain rude. Put a sour taste in my mouth. Aw. while I'm not here to... All right, you ready to go? Nice, I see another player here. Now, while I'm not here to ever talk down on how other creators do content, because it's just not my place to do that, I will say that that sounds terrible. that sounds so terrible. You know, that kind of stuff is off-putting to me as well, man. Even in my worst moments, I've never called anybody out of their name, besides for that one time where Dazza donated $10 for me to tell him to fuck off. And even then, I didn't call him out of his name. I just told him to fuck off. And it was great. And it was the best $10 I ever earned. So, but that being said, I also agree with you, man. That kind of stuff is really off-putting. Like, I was watching this guy for a while who was playing TCG Pocket, and he was always so nasty. He would be like, "Oh, stop trying to give me advice. That take was stupid. Oh, if I had a brain like that, I wouldn't even talk in Twitch chat." Anytime somebody would try to backseat him, which I get it, dude. Backseating is annoying, but why do you have to talk to people that way? Like, every time, dude, anytime somebody was like, "Dude, I think you're doing this wrong," he would be like, "Actually, I'm right, you're wrong, and you're an idiot." And I'm just like, damn, chill. Like, you don't need to, like, do that, dude. Like, you don't need to call somebody out like that. Like, damn, like, chill, dude. So, yeah, dude, I'm not about that life. My son gasped and said, don't say that, chat. Yeah. Like, seriously, like, I don't understand that energy, dude. Yeah, it's just like, it doesn't have to be like, if you don't agree with something, you know, listen, it's understandable if you get frustrated in the moment. But there's never an excuse to call someone out of their name. Ooh, let's fight this thing real quick. This is good loot right here. And that's what I'm saying. And like I said, I don't think I've ever called somebody out of their name ever in my chat. Ever. I'm very confident in that. I have never once talked down to somebody and called them out of their name. I might have gotten frustrated. I might have told you not to backseat me. I might have gotten upset about a situation. As I always say, 99.9% of the time. But I wouldn't do that. What about the New Year's Eve guy? So the New Year's Eve guy was the perfect example, because not once did I talk down on the New Year's Eve guy. Instead, I told him that his mom was slinging on my schlong harder than Tarzan, and I hit him with 3 back-to-back yo mama jokes. But I didn't call him out of his name. I didn't call him stupid. I didn't talk down to him. I just trolled his ass and had fun because he was trying to troll me. So I trolled him back. You know, and there's a difference, man. There's a big difference. There's a big difference. You know? I wasn't here for that. This was, oh, we got a boss, y'all. All right, let's go. We're going to a massive vegetable. All right. So, you know, sometimes I like to troll, you know, I grew up in the schoolyard just like all of y'all, and sometimes it's nice to troll back. Yo, appreciate you, Euphoria. I think you called me a snot nose once because you are a snot nose. Obviously, jokingly. All right, this is my specialty. Don't even worry. I don't even need help. I could solo this. This is don't worry. My character is a farmer. Like, this is my specialty here. Level 96 farming, dude. I could solo this, spud. ACNH Island Roast. All right, remember, try to get a big hit for the final hit. Try to get a big hit. Remember, when the final hit comes, do your best to try to get like the hardest hit, a charge attack, something. But it's okay if not. Island roast. So wait, I never did island roasts, right? I only did it once, but I really wanted to do it. Yeah, there it is. Lazy Stoneheart said, I'm still waiting on island roast. Yeah, I've never really done island roast. I don't have the heart for it. But all right, let's keep going. We have 24 minutes. Do y'all want to keep going? I think we can maybe get one more legendary item. 150 is where it starts to get tough. Yo, what's up, Jay Kaiser? It felt weird to do. Yeah, because unfortunately, I have a big heart and like, there's always going to be somebody who takes it the wrong way. There's always going to be somebody who's like, oh, dude, I would love for you to roast me. And then like you do like a fun little roast. And just like Michael Scott, when he asked everyone to roast him, they can't take it. There's always going to be somebody who goes, oh yeah, this sounds great. And then at the end, they actually feel terrible. And like, I'm here to make people's days better than when they found me. I'm not here to make people's days worse. I'm just not here to do that. So like, yeah, like, I don't know, like it just didn't feel good at all. But maybe one day. I told y'all this is the year of letting go. Maybe we can make it happen. What up, Ham Labs? I had a channel point reward where the bot would rate you something 1 to 100, and even reiterating that it was completely random and not based off of anything, someone still got upset. Yep. You know, and that's because that's the way human hearts are, man. And I think it's important to remember that. It's like, I'm sure I've accidentally put someone down and I didn't realize it, right? Even if with everything I said and my confidence that I've never wronged somebody or called them out of their name, somebody could have interpreted something I said the wrong way, right? And if that's you, my heart goes out to you. If you ever were, you know, had a rough encounter with me, obviously that's not my goal. And, you know, I'm obviously not perfect, but it doesn't mean that I'm not willing to own up to whatever mistake I made. And okay, we have to cross this area. You know, hopefully just move on. But you never know. You never know. Somebody's heart could be tender. Like, imagine you're having the worst day ever, and then you come into the chat and you don't realize that this command is not based off of anything. Like, you just entered the chat and then you enter this command and it's like, you're a 1 out of 0. Haha, nerd. That could just be the thing that sets you off after a hard day. You know what I mean? That could just be the thing that sets you like, okay, I'm done. You know, like that could just be the thing, that the camel, the straw, you know, and you're just like, never mind, I hate this. Some folks is fragile, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? I will say that being on the internet, you do have to kind of do your best to toughen up a little bit, but I don't think that we should. I don't like the idea that just because you're on the internet, you should be used to taking all the time. Because I used to deal with that in the kitchen world as a cook, and I hated it. I'll never forget that when people like expected you to just take because you were a cook. Oh, you better get used to it, buddy. You work here now, so we're gonna just make fun of you every day. And I was like, no, dude, that's not. I don't know. Like, that's not how that should work. You know what I mean? Like, and I think a lot of people do that to the internet. Like, I hear that all the time on the internet. Like, oh, well, it's the internet. You better toughen up, kid. And it's like, like, you definitely you don't have to create that energy all day. All day, every day doesn't have to be ish flinging. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's get out of the volcano. The volcano sucks, dude. Hold on. Let's get out of the volcano, y'all. The bear is an accurate representation of a kitchen. Oh, yeah. The bear was such an accurate representation of a kitchen that watching the bear gave me PTSD. All right, let's go over here. It's such a good representation of a kitchen that it gave me PTSD from the years I was working in kitchens, and I wasn't able to finish season 1, and I've never gone back. I was like, I can't do this. I don't want to sit here and watch people deal with what I dealt with for 6 years. Like, this sucks. I literally stopped. I was like, nah, I'm good, dude. I'm not watching this. Be nice, but try for good armor. All right, let's go all the way down here. Something's going on down at the bottom of the map. We're totally going to get another piece of legendary loot, by the way. We got this. It's a good show. Yeah, I'll probably watch it someday. Like, jokes aside, I'll probably watch it someday. I think I'll end up taking the plunge. I was watching it with my lady, and they weren't terribly interested, but they were down to continue watching. I was the one who decided to walk away from it. So I'm sure if they're down to watch it, it would be easy for me, because anytime that I have somebody to watch something with, it's always so much better. Anybody else feel that? All right, and then there's a boss up here. Let's go. Nice. Take down all monsters. Slade. Going past some sleepy Kashmirs. There's a couple bosses in Ginormosia that can spawn that have a chance to drop rare loot. So somebody asked about my turtle. Are you still out there? Are you still out there? If you're asking about where I got my turtle mount, I purchased it from one of the islands. One of the turtle mounts are found as a drop, a random loot drop, and one of the turtle mounts are something you purchase. And the reason I bring that up is because there's a couple bosses in Ginormosia that drop mounts. I think 2 of them. So if you ever see the King Wooly, out in the field somewhere, you want to go fight him. Because King Wooly is, he can drop his mount. Yeah, thank you, thank you, Tofu Nuglet. Thank you. Yeah, it's the Tropica Islands. It was purchasable. And I did see your message early, Tofu, and obviously we don't have to get into it, but if you ever want to send me a DM and remind me of that situation, I'd love to actually have a private, proper, hey, you know, sorry about that moment if you wanted to. Just a heads up. Because obviously I'm not going to remember everything over 6 years, but I think I spoke well for myself to say that's never my goal, you know. It's fun. It's fun to think, when you think about you're doing something every day for 6 years, it's like you can't help but think to yourself, like, no matter what, there's always going to be like there's no way to be 100% consistent. So I try to give myself a lot of grace, and I look back pretty proud. If I really had to put a percentage on it, I don't think it's a joke when I say that 99.9% of my show is the smoothest experience, and it's so fun. I think there's only a 0.1% of like, okay, he got frustrated, maybe I was having a bad day, or I had an interaction I wasn't too proud of with somebody. But I think outside of that, I don't think it's too often, you know. Ooh, you just made some cinnamon rolls? I almost bought some cinnamon rolls, but I'm trying not to always eat like processed stuff, so I didn't buy them. I want to make my own biscuits. That's one of my goals. I'm trying to make my own biscuits, which I know they're super easy to make. Ooh, nice. The sturgeon is a beautiful jackpot. Nice pickup, Brittany. Yeah, of course, Tofu. Right. I pride myself in being able to remember a lot of individual interactions as well, but At some point, I'll sometimes let my brain forget stuff. And so I don't remember everything, but unfortunately, sometimes stuff sticks with me for years. Since I'm at my boyfriend's PC, I'm checking out the YouTube chat. What's up, Rachel? Hey. All right, we have a boss up here. I'm going to go up to the enemy, and then we should be good. Maybe only 2 or 3 more challenges. We should be good. We're going to get 1 more legendary, and then I think we're done with this session. Sound good? I don't know if any of y'all... I think you can leave if you have to in the middle of a run, by the way. But just to give you... If you're running out of time, we're almost done. We're almost done. We just got to get 150 points, 1 more legendary loot. Let's hope that it's a legendary boss so we can get a chance at a mount. That would be nice. But I'll take a legendary vegetable as well because... All right, let's warp. You guys down to warp to make this easier? Let's warp to the beetle burrow. Or you guys can warp to me. And I'm going to go destroy this tree real quick and we should be good. Oh, I can't. I'm in combat. These freaking bats. They played us. Freaking bat. It's always the keys, man. It's always the freaking keys, dude. It's always the keys. We're still in combat. Oh my lord. Got stunned. I hate you, Peace. I hate you. Okay. Fast travel activated. Enjoy the sicky snuggies. Aw. Yeah, we'll be playing Fantasy Life for a while. We're only 4 hours into the show, and I definitely got some more Fantasy Life in me, so we'll see who's around to play after this, and we can either switch gears or we could do something else. We were going to do a snooza, but one of our members hasn't unlocked it yet. So we decided to do a Ginormosia. So we could do a quick snooza after this with anybody who wants to join that. And then Ann 3D would have to leave. But that frees up a slot. So we could do a snooza after this if y'all want. I'd be down on a snooza. Yeah, sure, Buka. If you want to take this spot, that's fine with me. And then if Jessica or Jupi-san want to create a space for anybody else, you're welcome to do that. Or you guys can stick around. I don't really care. That's up to you, okay? You guys can stay as long as you want. And love any human you please. You got stuff to do right now, Rachel. So Rachel's not even ready to play yet. So sounds like the spot's all yours, Buka. And yeah, no worries, Rachel. We'll get you in here. Yes, it's another vegetable. Yes. Dude, these are my favorite. All right, I'm teleporting and I'm running up to the veggie, y'all. Let's go. I'm all about getting my farming experience, dude. What do you mean by a snooza? Yeah, the new DLC runs are called Snoozalands. So you have to unlock it and do the tutorial before you can play with other players. So just a heads up, if you want to join a Snoozaland, you have to go and do the tutorial for it before you can join us. Okay, no worries, Jessica. That's cool, man. We'll go back to doing more. We can do a treasure grove today if you guys want to join for a treasure grove later. Look at this, dude. I will destroy this spud by myself. I'm the farmer. I'm so proud. My main classes are farmer, cook, archer. So I'm a farmer, cook as my main fantasy lives. And then archery is my main combat, because you need a combat. No matter what, you need a combat. I do have a secondary of mage that's pretty good, but it's not that strong. Good job, everybody. All right, you guys can spend the next 10 minutes just farming loot or getting more area points, or we can just end the run. Do you guys want to end? We can just end the run. It's only 10 minutes, right? Let's just end. I think we're all done. Yeah, let's just end. We're all done here. We're all done here. But if you guys want to stick around back at the island, I can gift you all some food for hanging out. So stick around for a second if you want some food. Just make sure you don't have any inventories open. I got a recipe for Rem's Bangles. What? Yeah. So stick around if you want some food. Otherwise, we'll wrap it up here. Nug Isle says they've been very obsessed with Cat Cafe Manager, but Farm Together 2's on their next list. We're doing Farm Together 2 this Sunday, just a heads up. Does Mage unlock a group healing spell? It does. And as Decoy said in the chat, you can also heal people by being an alchemist and making potions and bombs, and you could be like a support class. Alchemist plus Mage is the best healing class. The combo. All right, I'm gonna give gift. Yeah, if you guys want to stick around, I'm gonna gift you all a little bit of high-end food. This food is really useful if you're struggling to do something in the story, all right? So don't be shy, man. I'm telling you, this stuff is gonna help you, especially if your cooking is not high. All right, so make sure you don't have an inventory open so I can gift you real quick. And then you guys can be on your way. I'll kick you all out. But I love giving out food and helping out your journeys. I'm gonna give you some fruit punch here. Now, obviously, if you can cook for yourself, it doesn't matter because my food's signature and it's always gonna be better. I'm just kidding. Here's some combat power for you, all right? This last gift is plus 200 combat power. A little bit different. Enjoy. That's for a big battle, all right? All right, y'all. Adios, amigos. Actually, I won't kick you out. You guys can leave if you're leaving. You can stay if you're staying. Jupi-san, are you going to stay? Because if you're going to stay, Jupi, then I won't do a mass kick out. But I know Ann and Jessica are going to leave. They can't do a Snooze-o-land. All right, you'll stay. All right, so Jessica and Ann, you guys can leave. And then we'll get 2 new members in. I think Buka wants to play. And then whoever else wants to join. Kai Bells. We're going to do a Snooze-o-land next. How do I leave? I think you open up your menu and say, find the leave option. There should be a little leave option. I think so. Thanks again. Yeah, of course. Yeah, no problem, dude. Thank you. Chat room, multiplayer stuff wouldn't be cool without you. So thank you so much. You can also talk to the same guy you used to join. Or you can talk to Trip. Okay, thank you, everyone. I might have given you the wrong answer. All right, so the room is HGG. And it's 6 zeros for the password. And Buka and Kai Bells are up. So nobody join randomly, please. Buka and Kai Bells have already claimed this one. I'm going to switch over to Snooze-o-land, and it looks like we're going to a battle. Let's go. And now we just wait for our new members, and no rush, y'all. Make like a tree and get out of here. Dude, that was a good run, y'all. But that was a good run. We fought 3 legendary bosses. You guys got legendary loot. You got legendary experience, which just means a lot of experience. And you got some area points for your own Ginormosia. So make sure you go home and check your Ginormosia if you get a chance, because you might be able to upgrade 1 or 2 of your zones. And if you don't know how all that works, just go check it out. It'll tell you. No, it's not too long. It just makes you do like 1 round, Rachel Green Tea over on YouTube. The Snooze-o-land tutorial. It's not too bad. It'll make you do like 30 minutes to an hour of gameplay, and then you're just done. Now, I don't know at what point in the game that Snooze-o-land unlocks. So if you haven't unlocked multiplayer, I don't think you can Snooze-o-land. So keep that in mind. But the way it all starts is just go to the back of your island over here. Go all the way to the corner of your island and talk to the guy that's here to get started. It's like chapter 3. Okay, cool. What's up, Arch? Welcome in, man. Welcome in. Also, y'all, we have a channel in the Discord for Fantasy Life. And you guys can join us. We're trying to play offline. I just saw people playing offline yesterday or the day before. So just a heads up, if you guys want to join, if you're on YouTube, the description of the video has my Discord as well. And you're encouraged to join us, man. I appreciate y'all. And if you link your YouTube membership or your Twitch subscription to the Discord by linking your YouTube and Twitch, you'll also get access to the subscribers lounge and my supporter content. So just a little plug there, all right? Since the game released, has anyone found the location of the Ginormosi within Ginormosia? Why did I read that out loud? Great news. I'm taking medical coding course right now. Get out of my current stupid job. I was stressed because my friend was supposed to be hiring at the end of January, but they said I have until April. Okay, nice. There you go, Nixie. Congratulations, dude. Dude, that's sick news. Let me throw a log on the bonfire. Not the bone fire. Now I'm just making this worse. Dude, and congratulations, man. That sounds like it's a lot less stressful. A lot less stressful. I don't know what a bonfire is, but I don't want to be a part of it. I don't know what a bonfire is, but I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to do that. I heard about one of those at the Burning Man. I don't want to be a part of that. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. All right. Kai Bells is on the... Oh, you guys are here. All right, everyone ready up, and we can start Snoozeland. Take a minute if you need, because once Snoozeland starts, it's 20 minutes of action. Just... So if you need to take a break, take a break. I'm going to hydrate real quick. I love the GameCube controller for Switch 2. I love it. It's the reason I love it is because it is a GameCube controller. It is a full-on original GameCube controller with a teeny bit extra weight, so more of a Wavebird, but no bulk, no Wavebird bulk. And the only key is that they added a little ZL button. So the little bit of the ZL button so that you can play a little bit more modern games with it. A tiny little ZL button so that you could play modern games with it. But it still doesn't even have a home. It doesn't have a minus or a plus. So the plus is the start button, but there's no minus button. So you can't use it for everything, but it's beautiful. It's a teeny bit heavier than a regular GameCube controller because it has a wireless device in it. So it's a teeny bit heavier. Again, the weight is actually closer to a Wavebird with less bulk because the Wavebird was bulkier. I love this thing, dude. I'm obsessed with this controller. I really am obsessed with it. So shout out. Yeah, I like it to be heavier. I hate lighter controllers. I'm right there with you. Yep. All right, are we ready to lock in? All right, you guys know the deal here. We have to try to unlock as many zones as possible. At the 5-minute mark, everyone should open up their inventory and equip their potions to their bag for the battle. I think at the 5-minute mark is when you start looking at your gear. And you start to say, okay, what am I doing? What am I equipping? What loot am I equipping? And can I go to any of the alchemist machines to get some loot? And the only thing I want to say is that if you see a golden alchemist loot, that we always do a golden alchemist because those are super rare. All right, always a golden alchemist. The only other thing I want to say is don't put points into the alchemy section unless you're like sure you need it. Like I think as a team we should be putting points in that stuff. Like you don't want to just like throw your points into something that you don't really need. So like try not to overthink those alchemy sections. Like, I wouldn't use the alchemist unless you truly need loot out of it. If you need a sword, if you need a hoe or something. So try to coordinate. And the last thing I want to say to y'all is anytime you see an alchemy station on the map, unlock it because it's a fast travel point. Now we have a fast travel. So anytime you see one on the map, make sure you unlock it because it's a fast travel point and we need those. All right. Those are my last couple comments. Otherwise, just enjoy the game. You know, I'm not trying to tell you how to play. I'm just trying to give you all the knowledge that I've gotten since I've started them. I'm not the most efficient player. My girlfriend would be mad if I needed a hoe. We need to find 2 more pieces of cardboard. Okay, player 3 has 1. The other one's up top, right above you, player 3. Climb up that mountain. I'm climbing with you. Let me get some crit aid potion. That's going to be nice. From what I've seen, it's actually better to spam them as much as possible near the end. Yeah, near the end. That's the key. That's the thing I'm trying to make clear to everybody is don't just do it in the middle of the run because then everyone is scattered and there's loot sitting on the ground everywhere. Right, that's kind of what I'm trying to express. Like,
Good afternoon. H-Day ding.
Whoa.
H-Day ding.
Strawberry grass with the tier 3? 78 months. Can we get a round of H-Des grows in the chat? Because we're living out here. That's some hydration to me, the flower. We're H-Des growing out here. Thank you, dude. So yeah, Tofu, that's what I was kind of saying. I just, what I've learned is that here's the problem, Tofu. So like, let me explain. What I've noticed is like, in my first couple runs, I went around at the end and there was a bunch of machines that had like 300 points in it and nobody was combining their efforts. And that's what I'm trying to get people to pay attention to. Like, don't just throw your points into random alchemy machines. Like, once you get down to the last 5 or 10 minutes, then start. But like, don't just like spread yourself thin like that. Like, that's like a waste of your resources. Like, we should like kind of try to coordinate a little bit and use the machines that give us the best loot, or wait until the last 5 or 10 minutes so that we're all kind of together. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing I've noticed that's a problem. Oh, we'll take a staff here. I'm not gonna switch classes, but I'll take the loot. But thank you so much for the knowledge though, because I was wondering if like it's worth it to get the loot out of the alchemy machines versus taking the materials home. And a guy in our stream said that if you spam the cooking pot, it's apparently really good. Apparently the cooking pot one is really good to spam and is way worth it to spam, apparently. All right, we'll activate that. Where is this train? Where's this target dummy? I don't know where the target dummy is. Am I supposed to know where it's at? Nice, good job, everyone. I think it's up on the mountain. Sometimes the pots go on fire, and I usually load those up because I think they give better loot. On fire. It's down past Mr. Hammer. Dang it, I fell. Oh, I see one of those statues up here. I'll take that. Oh no, that's the training dummy. Okay, so that's what the symbol is on the map. It's the exclamation point. Okay. They go rainbow? Oh, see, I didn't even know that mechanic. I still have so much to learn about how this works. If you need any help with us resurrecting you, we can do that. But I think they give you a free 3 potions every run. I think they do. Dang, y'all are fighting like a boss over there. Wait, why is this training dummy healing? Stop. What the frick? I didn't realize it could heal. I have to stop. I have to pay attention. Dude, this sucks. I'm so weak. Nice. Very nice, very nice. Boom, grab this. My sheep just had its baby sheep. All right, nice. Grab this real quick. I'm gonna grab myself some swordfish skeleton. If you would like, I have a legendary Dawn fight active in my exploration and multiplayer in a locked room. Yo, you don't have to wait for me, but if anybody else wants to take advantage of that, dude, that sounds like quite the opportunity right there. But you definitely don't have to wait for me. Thank you, though. Thank you very much. All right, there's the fight. I'm looking to fight these big gem boys. So we want to spam the pots. So is basically what you're saying is that the materials that you put into the pots are probably worth less than the loot that comes out of it. So your goal should be to spam the pots as much as you can to get the best loot. The mage is good. Yeah, mage is good. Mage is slow, but really powerful. Mage is like a slower archer. So you play archery if movement speed is important to you. And you play archery if you want ranged with movement speed, and you play mage if you want ranged with AoE and damage and healing and versatility. But for the record, archery also has AoE, so I made that sound like it didn't. But yeah, for the record, like, plenty of AoE on archer as well. Yeah, this is new content they just released in December, right around Christmas. I fell off the cliff. How boobish is that? How boobish is that, dude? Oh, worst. Yeah, so archery, if you really like being mobile, because the mage's biggest holdback is that it's really slow. But it makes up for it. It has its own strengths. It has its own strengths. I'm gonna take the magic cauldron. All right, more gems over here. All right, we're doing pretty good. 10 minutes, and I think we're almost ready to unlock the circle. I'm sure we're getting close to unlocking our circle here. Does anybody know how it works? Like, do you have to unlock a certain amount of zones before you get the warp circle? Is that what it's based off of? Is it a certain amount of zones unlocked? That's what it seems like it's based off of. Yeah, I think so. I think it has to do with after you unlock a certain amount of zones. I'll take the 117 magic resist. All right, we got it. All right, so this is how we go from here, y'all. Yeah, you might just have to find it. So from here, you guys, it's the 10-minute warning. Now let's start getting as much loot as we can. Farm loot. Let's start farming the alchemist robots. All right, and make sure at the 5-minute warning, you're paying attention to your inventory and equipment and what class you're playing, and that you're getting a good piece of loot for the boss. The boss this time is a bird we're fighting. So you want a good weapon for the boss. All right, and then I'll warp us to the boss at about 3 minutes left or so. So let me go ahead and look at the map and see. Let's go ahead and open up the map and see. We're missing one pot here. We're missing another pot here. Let's make sure we go give golden. We're missing a pot up here. Player 3, if you want to grab that alchemist pot above you so we can warp up there, when you get a chance, I would appreciate it. It's right north of you. And then let me go in here real quick and unlock this one. Oh, potions are nice. I'm gonna grab some potions for us. All the robots have themes to pay attention to, correct. And it like tells you like a rough idea of what you can get from the top of it. All right, we're not changing. We're not equipping here. I'm gonna be using Archer most likely. I'm gonna take the Fish for Life flag and go for loot here. All right, let me activate this. All right, I'm heading to the gold pot now to start dumping loot into the gold pot. Because we're 100% gonna be looting in this pot here. So I don't even have to wait for y'all. We're just gonna go for it. Nightmare water. And then nightmare flowers. I know you can do auto, but I'm starting to try to stop doing auto. All right, there's some, because sometimes auto will try to take like good loot from you. So I'm trying to do less of auto. It's not a big deal, but I'm just trying to like know what I'm actually putting in this thing. All right, here's some more. Nice, we're getting there. We're so close. What else we got? Let's get some more ore. Yeah, auto can take your potions and stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, I do like auto, but it'll take my potions, and I'm realizing potions are really important. So that's the one thing I'm trying to avoid. All right, loot at the golden. You can teleport here to get it if you're not here. The loot will be on the ground forever. Looks like I might be going mercenary because that's a really nice weapon. Frick. Oh, I did not want to do that, but I might be going mercenary. All right, I think this thing's dead. All right, I'm going to go and unlock the last... I'm going to go and unlock the last alchemy bot real quick. It looks like somebody already added some loot to a leaf. So let's go up there and add some loot to the leaf here. And we have a Mr. Hammer. I'm going to quickly go unlock the last one. We might have something that's better. All right, did I just hear another alchemy bot pop? And if so, which one was it? I didn't see the notification. Frick. I didn't even have to climb up this wall. What am I doing? Okay, it's another Mr. Hammer. So not the biggest deal here. Not the biggest deal. All right. Not the biggest deal. All right, I'm going to go to the leaf that already has loot in it and just feed it because it's already partially fed. And I'm going to start getting some loot here. Boom, nightmare crystal, nightmare logs. Oh, I see what you're saying. Some stuff is better for specifics. Oh, wow. That's interesting. So like logs were better for Chompy. All right, loot on the ground at Chompy if y'all need. Loot on the ground at Chompy if y'all need. All right, a new... Oh, I might end up going mage and being a support class. Let me grab some adventure, some angler's goggles. Let me grab... I should have took the food. I accidentally took the sword. I should have took the food. All right, I'm going to go up to a Mr. Hammer. I'm going to try to get some Mr. Hammer loot. I see player 2 here. All right, I'm going to the one that player 2 was at, and I'm gonna help you out real quick. We'll auto here. All right, you can come back here, player 2, and you'll have loot here waiting for you. Boom. All right, what else we got here? I'm gonna go ahead and take the Mercenary's Pride just to have better equipment. And a bow! Yes! I might go back to archery. Nice. All right, I'm gonna go to a Mr. Hammer next. And this is it. This is what you do for the last 10 minutes or so, y'all. Wait, we only have 3 minutes. We gotta go to the boss. Oh, frick. All right. Y'all, if y'all want to come help me here real quick at Mr. Hammer, I'm gonna get us ready for the boss. I'm out of materials for him. I can give him this hunter bow. We need to go. We need to go, dude. Hold on. I need to do my equipment real quick, and we need to go. The bosses are usually kind of okay to beat in like 2 minutes. It just depends on like our party, dude. Register all this stuff to bag. Not many potions. And it looks like I'm using archery life, so let me make sure it's equipped. Nice. Good job, loot. Yes, dude. Yes, and a new bow. Yes. Good job, loot. I'm taking a helmet. All right, I'm out of here. I'm going to the boss. Where's he at? I don't know where it is. Where's the circle at? It's up here. Oh my God, I'm panicking, dude. Wait, you get a bonus 3 minutes for the boss? Really? Wait, dude, this is news to me. We get a bonus 3 minutes for the boss. Oh, nice. That's so nice, dude. So we can like focus to that last 2 minutes. As long as we're here by 2 minutes. All right, if you guys don't automatically teleport with me, just open up your map and teleport on me. All right, let's go. I'm gonna stun him, and then I'm gonna use a crit all here. All right, plus crit. Oh, we're shredding this thing. Looks like the timer just spawned in at 3 minutes. Nice. That's so sick. I had no idea. So we have a little bit more time. We could spend time. We could spend loot. We can loot until about the 2 minute mark. We can loot until about the 2 minute mark, it seems. And then you want to start thinking about what you're going to do with the boss. Because you got to give yourself a little bit of more time. Now, if you're playing by yourself, you can like really push it. But I think when you're playing with people, if you want to stay coordinated, you really want to start thinking about the boss around at 2 minutes. I whispered you, it's sort of important. Okay. All right. So I won't be doing any kind of requests like that during my live show, but if you want to send me a message on Discord or Twitch and you want to host something like that in the future, I'll gladly do that. But to be clear, my priority while I'm streaming is not DMs or whispers or anything like that. I just have to put my foot down on that, because then otherwise people are always going to be trying to get my attention. So while I did look at your DM just now because you said it was important, it's not something that I want to do right now. So if you want to do that, you can always reach out to me ahead of time or between shows, or you can go ahead and just post that stuff in the Discord and do the giveaway naturally with the community in the Discord. And that's totally rad as well. But just out of respect, I'm going to need you to keep in mind that, you know, I have a flow to my show and I'm not trying to always stop to read DMs mid-broadcast. Again, I read it because you said it was important. And while it was nice, you know, I was thinking it was like something bad, right? You hit me with the old, it's an emergency, and it wasn't an emergency. So yeah, I'm not in the market of checking DMs or anything like that when I'm live on Twitch, y'all. Yeah, I'm not about that. Okay, nice. You don't have to do it today. Yeah, sure. All right, I'll reply to you. And I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Sorry. Yeah, no problem. I'm just putting down a boundary because you've been in my community for a while. So when somebody with your tenure here says, yo, there's something important in your DMs I need you to see right now, I'm going to listen to you and say, okay, let's go look at this. But in all reality, that's not quite fair to me because I have a big show here and I have a lot of people watching me and a lot of people to entertain. So I would appreciate it if you're sending me DMs about stuff. If it's something that can wait until after the show or something that I can reply to on my own time, then I'll do that and just leave it and let it lie. Right? But, you know, then you look at the message and it's a cat. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just putting down the boundary. I don't want, you know, if somebody in my community, you know, it's different if like a Joe Schmo comes in and I've only met him once and they're like, yo, check my DM. I'm obviously going to be like, no, not right now, buddy. You know, but if you've been around for a while, I'm going to take your word to heart. So. All right, sick. We'll grab another dark silk. And I guess I'll grab a couple experience spears here. And then I get you. Yeah. No problem. I will reply to you though. I'm locking myself in my room tonight and I'm not going to let myself out until I reply to all my DMs and emails. So I'll get to you later if that's okay, sister honey. I'm not sure what schedule you're on today. And thank you for saying that, by the way. You didn't have to apologize or anything. I'm not trying to create a stink. I think you know that. I just try to set boundaries where I think that they should be set. You know what I mean? But nobody wants to hang out for boundary setting. You know, I know it's stupid. So, so thank you for your patience. Let me go ahead and get a dark horn. It's my first one. Hylian's entering Krobus's dungeon after stream. Oh, wait, I have another one? Yo, sick. I'll take a dark orb. Nice. GG's, everyone. Can we get some GG's in the chat? GG's. That was a beautiful run. A beautiful run. You better not answer her DM before mine. This is a joke, by the way. I'm serious. I'm locking myself into my office and I'm going to reply to every DM. I need to stop letting it build up. And then once I get it clean, I'm going to make a point to put time to DMs and email every day. Will you play Mario Tennis Fever? I'm thinking about it. What about you? I'm not sure. What's up, YouTube? I'm replying to every single DM today. And then I'm going to try to set time aside every day or maybe every 3 days to never let my DMs build up like they are again. Because then it gets overwhelming and it's like, yeesh, you know. So it's one of my goals for 2026 here. Even the silly goofy ones. Well, so I treat DMs like fan mail sometimes, and some DMs don't need to be replied to, including similar to how some messages don't need to be replied to, like the one that I'm replying to right now. So while I say I'm going to reply to every DM, what I mean is I'm going to make sure I read every DM and every email and reply to the ones that need my attention. What's up, Runic Dave? Good to see you today, dude. Have you looked into a habit tracker? I'm old school. I'll figure it out. What up, Brett Grace? Good to see you today as well. Good morning. 7 days. Yep. 7 days, dude. Da-na-na, da-na-na. All right. I'm kicking y'all out. Thanks for joining. Everyone pile into the DMs quick. Yeah. What's up, Cerulean Eventuality? Good to see you here as well. I have 300 emails today. Yeah, dude, I'm sitting down the barrel of a couple hundred as well. It's like, got to go through reply to the business stuff, And then the DMs just are because I'm like very selfish with my free time. So in my heart, and like this might sound rude, but in my heart, I don't owe anybody any of my time off stream. Of course, you know, there's circumstances where I do a giveaway and I owe that person my time to get the giveaway set up. But the truth is I learned really quick that if I don't draw that line in the sand, I will become content and I will never have my own brain and I will never be able to have a relationship because I'll spend all of my mental energy replying to strangers on the internet. And I don't got a mental capacity to do that. Like I don't have the mental energy to do that. I can only do so much a day socially. My social tank is very small. It's bright when it's full, but it's very small. So like, kind of like an iPod. So for me, it's like, if you don't get a reply from me in DMs, it's because I don't have the mental energy to do it. I just don't. Like, I can't. Like, I'll read your message and my eyes will literally go cross. And I'll spend 30 minutes staring at your DM, trying to think how to reply to it. So like, instead of putting myself through all of that, I just don't even look at DMs unless I have the mental energy. Period. I don't care what it is. I just don't even read it until I have the mental energy. Then I go and I reply. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's tough, right? But then they get backed up. So like I said, I'm trying a new wave this year and I'm trying to like reply to DMs, even just quick little replies or something every 3 days or so, I think should be healthy. Then I don't have to get backed up. Like right now, I have 1, 2, 3. Like look at my Discord. Like look at my Discord here. These are all DMs that are unread. And if I go into my DMs, there's another 10 or 15 that I opened up on accident, but I haven't read yet. I just like clicked it on accident. And there's like, I got like 25 of these just sitting there. Like, I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready to read this yet. I just don't know if I'm ready to read this yet. Like, I'll get to it, dude. Again, dude, I'm very selfish with my free time, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It'd be different if I only streamed 2 or 3 days a week. I would put higher expectations on myself. But I stream 6 days a week. Minimum of 50 hours a week, minimum 40, 50 a week. It's like, yeah, I gotta, at some point I gotta draw a line, right? Yo, what's up, Binary? Good to see you, bud. And thank you, Call Me Chiquita, for 50, man. Hire somebody to do it for you. Dude, if I could have a secretary, my life would be so much easier, dude. I tried to get my girlfriend to be my secretary and she laughed at me. She was like, I have a job, homie. And I was like, well, you should quit the job and you should be my secretary. And she's like, that is not my job. I was like, that's fair, man. I really love and respect her, and she wants to do her own thing. She doesn't want to be caught up in the sauce, you know? And that's so healthy, right? To be fair, that's like such a healthy response. Right? She's like, no, I'm going to do my thing. You do yours. And I'm like, yeah, right. So that was the only person I've ever asked to be my secretary. Is the babe. And she wasn't about it. Maybe one day I'll talk her into it. Maybe one day I'll get her to do it. But yeah, it was worth a shot. Yeah. Yeah, right. And I'm totally not justifying. So I hope I'm not coming off that way. But just in case I am, I'm not justifying. I shamelessly am saying I'm selfish with my time, and it is what it is, you know, shamelessly. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me that I don't have to justify, because I'm not. Yeah, I shamelessly admit that. I will prioritize my own self over replying to strangers on the internet. And that's such a harsh thing. So a better way to word that is, and my community. Strangers being people who just need my attention that aren't here for me. That's when I say strangers on the internet, because I get a lot of that. You guys have to imagine, right? Like, I get a lot of emails where people are like trying to get my attention. Oh, do this thing. People that have only been in my stream one day and they're like, oh, do this thing. And then there's my community as well, the people that I want to interact with, the people that I'm trying to give all my energy to, all of you. And it's like, I'm still always going to prioritize myself first. And the DMs and stuff are extra, you know? I think I made this decision about a year into my show. I'm going to tell you guys a heartbreaking story real quick. And I'm going to keep this music on because it's going to lighten it up. About a year into my stream, about a year and a half, I got sent a letter by somebody in the mail who, and this is a trigger warning, who had like attempted to, you know, take their own life, and then they weirdly sent me the medical documents from the incident. That was the weird part. That was the only weird part. Everything else was strangely humans being humans. And they sent me this huge letter about their feelings and stuff, and it was all understandable. We, as humans, we all go through things. And like, I'm not going to go into too many details because it's kind of personal, but like, you know what I mean? Like, so I had a lot of respect for the person, and they were with me for a while on Twitch, but like, they went about that stuff in the wrong way. It was real weird. And it crushed me. It crushed me to think that like that could happen. And from that day forward, I remember at the time, I shut my DMs down for a month. And I told everyone I was done. I was like, I'm never replying to a DM again. For now, at the time, it was for now. And after about a month, I was like, about a month or two, I started like replying to people again. But ever since that moment, I turned a switch off where I stopped replying to people every day. Because at that time, I was a year streamer. I had just got my partnership. I had a couple hundred people watching me every day. And I would reply to every single DM that came into my DMs. I'm not kidding. Every single DM I would reply to. You need some help? Oh, you need this? Hey, how you doing? And I would rarely miss an encounter with all of you. But after that moment, I was like, I can't do this. And I stopped. And ever since then, I always prioritize myself now. Because like, it's not fair to me to like give so much during my show and give so much and then also have my personal life taken as well. And I realized like I deserve to not have, like, I'm allowed to post, they call it posting and ghosting. And this is like a thing that content creators talk about in like Hollywood. And I realized that I deserve to be a poster and a ghoster if I want to. And what posting and ghosting means is when I'm live, I'm here and I'm all yours. But when I'm off stream, if you don't hear from me, don't take it personal. Post and ghost. If I'm off stream, but if you want to, you can jump into my chat and you can say hello to me and you can ask me a question and you can say, hey, check your DMs later. I left you a little something, and I'll reply with, sure, I'll get to it when I can. But when I'm off stream, that's me, that's my time, you know, and that's kind of how I look at it now. And yeah, so I just wanted to share that because I haven't talked about that a lot, and it's kind of nice to talk about it a little bit. And I'm sorry if that was a little bit triggery for some people. But like, yeah, dude, and that's the truth. So again, not justifying, but just truly telling y'all a little bit about my journey and why I kind of like, I drew a line in the sand a long time ago. I was like, nah, dude, I'm not doing this. I won't let myself, because I was crushed, man. I spent a couple weeks depressed about it, crushed. I didn't know how to handle it. I wanted to quit streaming. I wanted to completely quit streaming after I got that letter. I didn't know what to do. After a couple weeks, after pushing myself to show up every day, I got past it, and since then I've looked at the positive. I look at it as a very positive thing. I know that's weird because it's obviously not, but I try to look at the good in it because I think the person just was going through it, man. And it's a good reminder that we're all going through it sometimes. We all have been there. And while I don't condone sending somebody a letter like that, I do respect that we all are human and we all go through moments, man. So if they're still out there, I say this anytime I bring up something similar, I hope you're doing well. No grudges, no hard feelings, just it was not fun. It was not fun, dude. I was like, whoa, pump the brakes, dude. Wait a second. So, there's a little wisdom for my journey. So, and if there's anything that y'all can take from this conversation besides for my own personal stuff, is that if you ever do send a message to a content creator and you don't get a reply, likely they also just have the same boundaries down as well. Don't take it personal. If a streamer doesn't see your message, if a YouTuber doesn't reply to your comment, do your best not to internalize it like you're some kind of freak or you're the problem. Most of the time, those creators are just filtering out so that they can live a healthy life. Don't take it personal. They're likely just probably filtering to have a healthy life, and it's hard. I'm not trying to make my job sound difficult. It's not. But don't take it personal, man. I think you'd be surprised how often it's just a moment of, I can't do this right now. I can't do this right now, We're all figuring stuff out. Exactly. Right, Gabby XO. And while that can feel harsh to hear, the truth is that the relationship is that I'm the entertainer and you're the viewer. And that's really where the relationship should always stay, and I think so. Right? Yo, if I leave these crops in the ground, can they die? Didn't this game have some kind of system like that? Or will they just stay full? No, they'll stay fully grown forever. Never mind. I'm thinking about the second stage. We're good. Because I don't feel like farming these right now. I don't feel like harvesting these right now. I'm being lazy. So I'm like, I don't want to do this. Yeah, exactly, Dual Master D. The only reason you'll hear me say that all the time. I'll always quickly jump in front of my, after I say something, I'll be like, but listen, I know streaming is not the most difficult job because I've been in the workforce and I know what it's like to get up every day and go to work to do a job you don't want to do most of the time, to get up, leave your house, even just go to the next room. And if you work from home, I know what it's like to get out there. I've done physical jobs. I've done a little bit of construction, just a little bit. I know what it's like to come home every day and have your legs feel like noodles, your feet hurt, and you're only 20 years old. I've put the work in my life. So I always try to remind people that I am a grounded individual and I identify that my work is the best blessing I could have ever gotten in planet Earth. I am lucky. Despite the fact that, yeah, sure, thank you, Dual Master. There's obviously every job has its trials and difficulty of its own, but I wouldn't trade what I do for the world. Nuh-uh. Honestly, at this point, and this might be a super bold take, and if anybody wants to test me, you're welcome to. But if I got offered $1 million, but I could never stream again, I would question not taking the milli. But you're welcome to offer me $1 million, and we'll see what happens. Oil princers out there, oil princers. You never know until the money's in front of you. But I feel that in my heart. Whether or not that's real, I feel that in my heart. And that's what I'm saying. That's how much I love what I do. So, dude, I keep pressing that button. I think I'm mounting. Oh, there's an Xbox Developer Direct, huh? Oh, I missed it, dude. I'm so sorry. Xbox Developer Direct 2026. Are we missing that right now? Or was it already on today? January 22nd, it says. So we're good, right? We have until the 22nd. We can watch this. Do y'all want to watch this? January 22nd? Fable for Forza Horizon Beast of Reincarnation gameplay. Doesn't really sound too fun. I don't even know what Beast of Reincarnation is. I want to see Fable stuff though. I really want to see Fable stuff. What up, Ending Croissant? I understand the message, but is it worth the effort of a 20-minute conversation? Well, so I think what you're saying is that was everything I just said worth a 20-minute conversation versus playing the game? Is that what you're saying, Archo? I just want to understand where you're coming from. And if I think I'm interpreting what you said right, oh, it's totally worth it. Because I was done gaming for the day. So at this point, I'm just winding down and yapping before I wrap the show up. You might not have known that, but I'm done gaming. Like I'm like ready to go, and I'm just yapping before I wrap the show up. I do try to find a balance between yapping and gaming, though. So if you're new around here, hit that follow button and pop in. Yeah, I do try to find a good balance between gaming and yapping, but today I'm done. Let's be fair, we're here for Hylian. The game is a bonus. Most people, yeah, you know how blessed I am to read those words out loud, but a lot of people, if you're new out there, you're not as connected to me. Maybe you came in and you're like, dude, I was here for Fantasy Life. I don't even know who the hell you are. I don't need your life story. Can you just play the game? That's fair. I respect that. Sometimes I'll tune into a stream because they're playing a game that I want to watch, and then they'll like stop and like eat a bean boozle and spin a wheel and do a dance and like eat some lunch, and I'll be like, I did not come in here for this, and I'll literally just leave the stream. Like, dude, like I showed up for some Zelda and they're like bean boozling and they're like dancing, and I'm like, dude, I just wanted to watch some Zelda, and I'll go find someone else to watch. Right? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, enjoy content the way you want. I get it. Believe me, I've been doing this for 6 years, so I know. That's so specific. I feel like it happened to you before. I don't want to talk about it, but maybe, yeah. What kind of dancing? It was the chicken dance specifically. It was a sub goal to get up and do the chicken dance every time they got a 5-pack. And then the chat proceeded to hit them with 5 5-packs, and they were chicken dancing for like 10 minutes straight. And here I am just trying to watch some Zelda. And I was just like, damn, dude, I don't even know who this And that's the thing. If you know the streamer, if you're connected to the streamer, you'll watch the chicken dance. But if you don't know the creator, some don't understand the concept of change the channel if it's not for you. Yeah, exactly. It's a thing, right? I blame Twitch and their ads, because once you're watching a stream, you hate to go click on another stream because of ads. So you feel like you're stuck. You're like locked in. You're like, dude, do I risk clicking on another stream and watching a 3-minute ad, and then I get stuck in an ad loop because I'm clicking on multiple streams trying to avoid it? Or do I just watch this guy yap that I have no clue what he's talking about, and I was really just here for Fantasy Life? And you're just like, what do I do? So then you're just hate watching basically, and you're just like annoyed watching, and you're just like, well, I'm here. I blame Twitch ads, man. Twitch ads makes Twitch a weird experience, dude. Hopefully they do the skippable. They're supposed to be doing the skippable ads soon. They're supposed to be doing skippable ads. That's gonna change everything. Yeah, you're supposed to be doing skippables for sure. Do. Yo, hate watching. It's a real thing, dude. You never watched somebody and the whole time you're watching them, you're like, dude, I hate this dude. This guy sucks. Let me give you like a good example. Watching The Real World, and there's that one character that's an absolute chode, but you can't stop watching even though you hate his guts. But he's the reason why you turn The Real World back on. He's the reason. You wouldn't even be watching the show after episode 1 if it wasn't for this douchebag that you just can't get enough of, even though you hate him. That's like the equivalent to like hate watching on Twitch. Like people out there will like just put something on because they like don't like it just enough that it like gives them like a weird satisfaction to like watch. It's yeah. And they'll wait out for like a bad situation to happen. They'll like hang out, and then as soon as the streamer does something stupid, they'll be the first in the chat to be like, "Oh, idiot!" Like, because they're just waiting, seething, like, "Yeah, yes, got him. I knew he sucked. I knew it. I knew this dude sucked." What did I walk in on? We were talking about the concept of like annoyed watching or like hate watching media. Like, have you ever like watched something that you weren't that into, but you couldn't stop watching it? That's like a form of like hate watching. Like, it's not always hate. Sometimes it's like annoyed watching, or like, it's like, here's like a soft form of it. When you keep watching a bad movie because it's bad. And you're like watching a movie, and then it's like you keep watching it because you're like, dude, this is so bad. I got to see where this train wreck goes. It's like similar energy to that. And we've all been there. We've all said to ourselves, let's see where this train wreck goes. At least once in our life, you know? But in this scenario, I'm that guy's train wreck. And he stuck around for the whole 20-minute spiel just to see where the end of it was. He was just like, I gotta see where this goes. And at the end, he was like, man, that sucked. Watching for the plot. Yeah, he was just like, I gotta see where this goes, dude. Joke's on him, there is no end. No, we've been chatting for another 20 minutes. Funny enough. Yeah, Rainbow Mario Party on YouTube. I'll get there for you, this buddy. I'm locking myself in a room today, and I'm gonna reply to my DMs and emails. All right, yeah, let's get out of here. Fantasy Lifers, thanks for hanging out. I only had a couple hours of Fantasy Life in me. This game really is kind of casual for me now. I can't sit and grind it for 12 hours like I did when it came out. Anybody else, like, I just don't have it in me. When it first came out, it was 12 hours every day. We were loving this game. 6, 8, 10 hours. This game, honestly, I can only get a couple hours before I kind of get burnt out of it because I've played so much. What are we at? 200 hours right now? Let me save real quick and I'll tell y'all. Yeah, we're at 180 hours. Yeah, like I can't just sit and play this game for like 6 hours, dude. I need a break usually. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, of course. Thank you, everyone. I always like to take it a little bit easy on my day back after a day off. I'm always out of sorts after a day off. You know, today was definitely Monday morning show vibes, lots of yaps, but good yaps. Good yaps. Go back and watch the VOD if y'all missed some island game updates, as well as some conversation about Metroid Prime 4. I'm writing a review for it right now. And I just had some thoughts to share, and we fell into a couple yaps. We did a little bit of Fantasy Life. It was fun, man. It was fun. It was a good day. All right, let's go ahead and get our ending music, and I think we'll do a raid today. So let's first go see if anybody's around for a raid. All right. And if we can't find anybody, we'll just wrap. Yeah, 24-hour stream for the ACNH update. That's right, baby. That's right, baby. That's right. Oh, yeah, we can raid GDQ. Okay, sure. Thank you for the reminder. I'm so happy. That is the one exception to a lovely suggestion for a raid. Thank you, everybody. We're going to raid GDQ for some support, but you're not going to be able to talk into the chat because it's sub only, all right? So don't even worry about grabbing a raid message unless you're already subbed there. All right? Like, just don't even worry about it, but grab one if you are subbed and let's drop a raid message. It would be cool. They might ding you for like spam, so don't go too hardcore. Their chat is very, very guarded. So just keep like one raid message is enough, all right? All right, but if you got gifted a sub from me yesterday, or if you already have your own sub, drop a raid message, all right? And here's the and then here's the other message as well. And yeah, we'll go over and we'll drop a raid off to Games Done Quick. Let's see if they're even accepting raids. I didn't even think about that. That might actually help. Let's go see. Raid. They are accepting raids. All right, we're out of here, fam. This is Highly in Descent, signing off from another wonderful Pyro Gaming Group production. If I don't see y'all here tomorrow for the Friday show, Animal Crossing mornings with Wild World, Fantasy Life in the afternoon. We're coming back tomorrow night for No Man's Sky PM stream, the start of a brand new PM stream journey tomorrow. You're not going to want to miss it, y'all. So if I don't see y'all here tomorrow, I'll see you when I see you. Don't forget to game on. And of course, as always, peace. Wrap it up. And on to the next episode. Peace. All right. We're going to wrap it up here real quick. I'm actually going to cancel the raid and we're going to reload it so I have time to hang out with y'all for a second. And Rift Buddy, I didn't know that, man. Congratulations on being at Games Done Quick, Rift. I didn't know that about you at all, dude. That's actually so sick. We have a literal celebrity in the chat. I think that's so cool. Appreciate you, dude, for hanging out today. Triple P Lily, Clover, Vanessa Quick, Casino Roy, Exhaustion, Strawberry Grass, Tima, Dat Baby, and of course anybody else we missed out there, y'all. Holy heck. Binary Digit, YouTube. I see Kate Zilla, Nugs, Rainbow Mario Party, Allow Boys. Of course, Daisy. Good morning, Daisy. Thank you for being here today as well. We're still figuring out how to read YouTube chat, y'all. We'll get there. We'll get there, y'all. Vanilla Man does things. Yes, new emote. Feel free to use that new hype emote. Some balloons for y'all. Enjoy. And then we got the HDES balloon emote as well. I'll see the ballooners off chat. Offline chatters. I'll see you, balloon gang. We'll turn the cooldowns off as soon as the stream ends, all right? As soon as the stream ends, we'll turn the cooldowns off, y'all. Love y'all and appreciate y'all. Honored to be a part of your daily routines. And I'm certainly honored to have you as a part of mine. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. And I look forward to seeing y'all here tomorrow and for the whole weekend. It'll be a blast for sure. Saturday morning cartoons, farm together too. But until next time, this is Highly in Descent signing off. Peace. And hit them cat jams, my dudes. Peace.